It's Monday. You know, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I did. I did. Right before we started. I did. I checked my butthole. Um, Welcome in, Therapy. How you doing? Charles, he redeemed the first today. Congratulations, Charles. Greetings, aliens. I am the Australian, your host today for the alien invasion. Welcome in. Yeah. My voice is definitely fucked. I am. It's not the voice changer. Did that fix it? No. Looks like it.
Let's try again. There we go. So all of that in so let's just start over. Welcome in, everybody. Charles, congratulations on first. Chippity chirpy. I think we all should wish you a very happy birthday today. Am I correct? That's the most obnoxious shit I've heard in a while. I thought I took it off. I thought I'd gotten rid of it. Guess not. Not since you last asked. I assure you. Yeah, there is no amount of sleep that is helpful when it is your soul that is tired. Butthole check on stream win? Nah. No, unfortunately, not on Twitch. There will be no butthole checking on Twitch. Oh, my neck, my throat, my mouth, everything is just cold, dry, painful. But I'll tell you, there is no amount of pain, no amount of discomfort that is not rectified. See what I did there? By a raid from a good buddy, Rudy5453. Welcome in, everybody. I am the Mediterranean. Welcome to the alien invasion. Thanks for dropping by today. I saw you were playing Curse of the Moon 2. How's that going? Always fun. Guys, if you're not following Rudy's very high energy, fantastic guy, wonderful person to hang out with, and has all the fun little channel point redeems. I like trying to find obscure colors to change his lights. Some of them work, some of them don't. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. There's just the right amount of happy BS in that game. Yeah, I mean, that's an EGA, right? That's just I mean, because the Castlevanias he did were like that, and Ritual of the Night's like that. I love his work. So I was just telling everybody how fucking awful I feel today, but it's like it just washed away when y'all came in. So hello. We're just getting started. I'm going to be playing some Metroid Prime today. I'm a little disappointed. Like, have you all seen that they've suspended pre-orders for the Switch 2? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. They want to work on the price, I guess, because of potential effects of tariffs and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but I don't get it. When you say you're going to do something, when you say there's a scheduled release and you set the price, if it's not what you wanted, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. You said it. You got to stick with it. So that's it. I'm very disappointed with that today. Someone was saying something about the tariffs. Yeah. Their reasoning is they want to see what effect the tariffs are going to have on the market before they decide to keep the price or change it. And I'm not. I think they lost their opportunity to do that already. When you set the Nintendo Direct for April 2nd and you said that it's gonna happen on June 5th and pre-orders are on April 9th, yeah, I think you're committed. So I'm voicing my disappointment for that. Alas, I still think it's going to be a great system. It just might not be something that I can do day one. I was really looking forward to day one. I haven't done a day one since the Wii. But oh well. We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to get our Metroid on today. Ooh, pink screen. Hopefully today I did update Dolphin. So hopefully the visors are not completely fucked. If they are, we'll switch over and do something else because I'm not going to deal with that. So we'll check that out right here up front. Fourth Nobleman. Back pain is about 22 years old. Well done. Okay, it looks like it's working. Oh, shit. Okay. Visor's working right today. I think it just got a little bit tired. I'm guessing you're at least 44 then. Let me make sure I remember, like, what did we just do? Okay, we are headed back. Now that we have the visor, we can... Chapel of the Elders with Sheegoth. Okay. I know what we're doing now. I remember what we're doing now. Okay. Wait, are we going top or bottom? I think we're actually going bottom. Yes. Oop. Close-ish 43. You got me by 2 years there, nobleman. Feel like a literal fetus. That's understandable. You know what really sucks? Like, you ever look around and you're like, I need an adult, and then you're like, fuck. I'm the adult. I really hate those things. Wait, really? Wait, I think I'm doing something wrong here. Hold on. No. We're doing right. We're doing right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This map, the map for this game is just sometimes so... It's hard to get a bearing on it because sometimes things just look too similar, and especially right now where I have to use the heat visor because if I don't, it looks like this. Yeah. Everything just kind of blends together and looks the same, and you can't really tell necessarily which direction is, because there's another room going the other way that looks exactly like this, and you could get halfway through it before you go, oh wait, this isn't the right one. I need to be going the other way. Who wants an invitation to the funeral of my virginity next month? Oh my god. Oh my god. I think you should keep that between you and the person you choose to lose it with. Like, we're selling tickets. Okay. I can finally look at a normal visor again. Oh, wait. No, I can't. So, if I shoot this without using this visor, it does nothing. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Oop. Oops, if I shoot the right thing. Oh, maybe it does. Disregard. I'm stupid and don't know what I'm talking about. Dragon Supra. Hello, hello. Happy birthday indeed, Chirpy. It is a pleasure to have you here with us today, and hopefully again next year as well. May your worst day this year be better than your best day last year, Chirpy. Salute. Yours is coming up, isn't it? Happy birthday to you as well, Supra. Anybody else got a birthday coming up? Oh, wait. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay. Missiles work pretty good, but they also cause that. I want to make sure I have enough. I used to think this boss was so hard. I'm gonna be honest. At one point, I think Thardus probably was, in the early days, probably one of the harder bosses. Am I? Oh, was there? No, there wasn't. I thought there was going to be a missile there, but I thought there was a missile drop, but there wasn't. There was not. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that like moving around like fucking VR shit. So how was y'all's weekend? Anybody do anything fun? Anybody got any good plans for the upcoming week? God, would you just start losing pieces? Anytime, my dude. There we go. Ooh, it's like you picked up some speed. I would say at this point he's also probably dropped a couple 1,000 pounds. Yeah. All right, we're up to the big ones now. We're getting there. There. You know, I almost feel like the wave beam, despite being lower, does seem to be more effective. I apologize, Chirpy, earlier when you said my voice was fucked, I thought you were implying that you could tell I don't know, have a bit of a respiratory issue right now. Which I do. Which is also one of the reasons that I was late and a little less energetic than I usually am. But we press on and we get it done. Damn you. I'm gonna be honest, this fight, if you have played Metroid Dread, or you've played something like Darksiders or Gears of War, you have some familiarity with like active time event combat. where you kind of hit the right button at the right time and it does like a special cinematic kind of combat maneuver. This fight with something like that would be absolutely insane. It would be incredible. Can the cam shift to corner left or right? I couldn't tell where your energy was to know if you were ever in any danger or not, since we couldn't see your subs tab. I gotcha. I gotcha. I can do that for you. That's not a problem. Let's see. Screen is set. Wee! Look at me! I can go sideways! Does that work better for you? Absolutely. Not a problem. I am happy to oblige you guys if it makes you more comfortable. We do what now? Upper left in morph ball mode. Oh. Yeah. It's alright though. You know, it's actually looking at it for the interface on this game, it's better I keep my camera up in the corner anyway. So, you're all good. Trying to think. Where am I? Oh, that's the wrong button. Kiddos dragged me out to see Minecraft. My oldest went, when did it come out? Friday? The 4th, was it? Was Friday the 4th or Thursday? Anyway, my oldest went to see it with his friends, opening day. And I thought about taking the rest of the crew, but we had some behavioral problems over the weekend. So we had to push our trip back. It was good, stupid, fun. Recommend for that. Okay. Honestly, Alistair didn't say much about it. I'm sure he enjoyed it, but he didn't come home like, oh my god, this happened and this happened and it was so cool. They did it, you know? So I was like, okay, if he had a good time, he had a good time. If nothing was noteworthy, that honestly makes sense. Nothing mind-blowing, but the kiddos enjoyed it, and I got the giggles. Well, that's good. Any movie that you can enjoy with your kids is always... it's worthy, you know? No, fucker. Okay. Let me see. Now that they are done, I can do... Oh, there we go. Sometimes you just gotta remember how to play that fucking game. And I love games like this. They don't just like put a big bright arrow in or straight up tell you how to do stuff. They're just like, they very cinematically move the camera along and you're just like, pick it up like, I see. Though I will say, I don't know if you notice it too, but a lot of the mechanisms in these games are so specific to exactly what you're trying to do, and they wouldn't work in any normal function. Ever. Later few Metroid games operate this way too. Yeah. Okay, I think that's the door I just came in. There's a door over there, and there's a door up there. And I don't remember which one goes to where. Okay, I need power bombs for that one, which I won't get until I go to the whatever they're fucking called, phazon mines. I suspect this psychic element will play a role too. Oh, I hope so. I'm really looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. Ah! It'll just be a whole thing. New elements, new unlockables, other things you need to push, pull, new things to punch later, eventually things you have to punch across the way. Metroidvania. And this series has done a great job of putting the Metroidvania into a 3D into a great 3D environment. I was gonna say, I know its head didn't go away. proved the proof of concept. It could be done. It can be done well. They definitely did both. They did it and they did it well. And I said this a while back about Nintendo when we were just beginning to talk about the Switch 2. Nope, they're too far away. I'm very impressed with Shigeru Miyamoto's mentality that a mediocre game that is delayed can be good, but a rushed game will always be bad. And I think that that was a very good and very well worded statement. I think that Metroid Prime 4 has suffered an extremely long development time, multiple rewrites, because they weren't satisfied with giving us something that we're not gonna enjoy. I think gamers in general are pretty picky assholes, not gonna lie, and we are nigh unpleasable. Let's not deny it. And when someone takes the time to get something right and does make something amazing, there's that contingent of people out there that are going to complain about it anyway. So the fact that they even try can be somewhat astounding. The look on Prime 4 we had before the Switch 2 Direct was abysmal. The Switch 2 Direct showed a game that was further along and more fully realized. Yeah. I do like that they're going to put it on the Switch. I may just get it for the Switch after this, you know, debacle that we seem to be having now. There's a few things I might just buy on the Switch and then get the upgrade pack later when I feel safer, I suppose. My kids took the news of the delay in pre-orders like a kick to the dick. I mean, I kind of did too. I'm committed to nothing new Nintendo related until the price comes down. Drop the price. I don't know. I feel like if they don't change the price, I think $450 is a very reasonable price for this. $80 games, yeah, 80 is definitely a lot. But at the same time, I don't feel like Nintendo is leading the charge on increasing game prices. They've been going up. And I'm not trying to be a fanboy or make, you know, actually excuses for anything. But if you look at the quality of visuals now, if you look at the length of these games, the size of these game worlds, the orchestrated music that goes into it, and you see the incredibly long list of personnel that goes into creating these games, I can see why the price is going up. It's not unfathomable that you know, their production costs are going up in kind. Still, you're right, 80's a bit much. But if you remember, Breath of the Wild was 60 and no one batted an eye. Breath of the Wild was 60 and no one batted an eye. Tears of the Kingdom was 70. And there was only just a couple questions asked. Why so much? And they immediately said, well, it's a bigger game. A much bigger game than Breath of the Wild. And people were a little skeptical. But no one complained. After they played it, no one complained about the $70 price tag. I'm not defending a corporation. I'm saying we rolled over and accepted it like we always do. If they want to increase prices and say our production cost is going up, and we say, don't care, it's too much, we're not buying it, they'll find a way to make it work, or they'll start making 8-bit games again. You'll notice that we're all very, very happy paying $15 for nostalgic retro style platformers on Steam. Aren't we? I'm not rolling on this one, afraid. I'm gonna miss the whole thing if they don't drop the price. That's fair. And Steam games like Pokemon. I'll get $15 all day on Steam games. Yeah, see, there you go. It's not. 15 isn't 90, which is why we're totally okay with it. But if I have to choose a game or rent, because honestly, close to $100. That's why the voucher system worked too. Yeah, the vouchers did work, but you know what the voucher also proves? The voucher proves that they don't have to sell it at a higher price. And that's the other side of that coin. And keep visor. I know where we're going. I know where we're going. Was it? It's no, it's this way. Now that I have the spider ball. No mention of voucher for Switch 2. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're going to do it. It was a system that worked, but I don't know that they'll do it again. Did I already get this? I don't know if I did or not. I think I did. I did. Okay. I'm betting it'll be 120. It would be a historically stupid thing if they did leave it at 100, because then once again it really nails in the point. They don't have to sell it for higher. I'm happy Nintendo dropped the bomb. They'll eat all the shit instead of Rockstar and the $100 game that won't even release for PC. Rockstar could do something hilarious now too. What, like make it $70? Be like, just kidding. Fuck you, Nintendo. $120 overseas thanks to counter tariffs. Maybe. American made. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. That would be Sony re-releasing Astro Boy Enhanced for free. That'd be a dick move. It all boils down to what we take. We will take it. We always have, and we always will. Collectively, gamers are gonna put up. They're gonna bend over and they're gonna pay the price because because it's our crack, right? It's our dopamine. We're fucking addicted. They know it. And all we have to do is be man enough to admit it. Spelling an awful lot like Wii U all over again. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I really don't. Now, how come 2 of those lit up and 2 didn't? Oh, that's why. Okay. Oop. Wrong one. There we go. They didn't light up because I didn't actually scan them. Interesting that has a heat signature to it. I doubt it. Maybe not now, but Nintendo is taking a path that'll put them out of business. Just see other studios as examples. I bet you Nintendo will end up like Sega, making games instead of consoles. I don't know. Nintendo is damn secure. I don't think they've ever lost so much money or been so far in the hole that they couldn't make it. I know they've had to, you know, make concessions here and there, but I don't see Nintendo ever losing to another. I don't see them becoming a subsidiary or only a game company. Going up that way isn't going to help me any. I don't think. I think it's blocked off, actually. Ooh. I didn't realize that those blocks actually broke. Oh, it's not overgrown. Okay. Could have sworn it was. Oh. He flew right through my soul. Where are you? 3 of these motherfuckers, and you can't tell them apart, so I don't know which one I've hurt more. Okay, there's one. There's 2. I thought you were close by. That should... Yep, there we go. Games like Pal World and Astrobot prove you don't have to... You don't have to what? You don't have to only go to Nintendo to play Nintendo-like games. I gotcha. But I also don't think Pal World is putting Pokemon out of business either. No, it's definitely not. Astrobot isn't replacing Mario ever. Mm-mm. They're all hitting familiar notes and folks are buying. Yes. They don't have to replace them, just give an option. But it's always been that way. Sega gave us Sonic, which was an alternate to Mario. Nintendo's the mad scientist, to be sure. That I can... Yeah, Nintendo ain't innovative. They're just a crazy inventor. The thing about mad scientists... I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but anytime you call someone a mad scientist, remember that they're not testing a theory. They don't have a hypothesis. They're not following standard scientific method. Mad scientists are actually just mad engineers. Comes an argument that innovation creates competition. Crazy hands, love testers, arm wrestling, arcade games, waggle gameplay. Yeah. All right, where am I going from here? We go that way. We need to go back there too. That's fine. We're headed that way. Why is that a gray door? Oh, because I'm gonna have to beat the stupid fuckhole ghosts in here too. That is... Huh. It's interesting. Did you scope that guy I posted the video about in Discord? Nintendo is just the most successful company in Japan. Thanks to its single franchise Mario, they put all resources on developing, evolving, and protecting that single IP. I don't know. They're pretty protective of a lot of their IPs. The video and Discord. I have not looked at the Discord yet. You figured out reversing the Wiimote and putting the IR LED onto some safety glass. Oh, right. No, I haven't looked at it yet. Mario's just about Disney level IP. Okay, I'll grant you that. I will definitely grant you that one. I would say they're protective of... I mean, I think they're pretty protective of all their IPs, and I was going to make a specific point about Zelda being probably as big, if not a bigger IP than Mario for them, but they gave that away to Philips, and I think they've always regretted that. But actually, Mario's been licensed out a couple times too. Even Disney still builds new properties. Yeah. Mario's Hotel, Mario's Missing, Mario's Time Machine. You know what? Mario's Time Machine was kind of fun. I liked Mario's Missing and Mario's Time Machine. Alright. I think that takes care of everything off the side path. Meh. Switch 2 is going to have a hard time doing as good as 1, and other factors like the tariffs will affect sales. But you don't have to worry about that, Charles. terrifying for all things gaming. I agree, and I disagree. I agree that it's terrifying for gaming. It's terrifying for Sony and Nintendo gaming. It's not so bad for Microsoft. The tariffs are going to cause a problem in the gaming industry because of all the importing that has to be done. On a bigger scale, and in so many other industries, it is going to bring production back to this country. It's going to create jobs. It's going to lower prices. It's going to bring industry back to this country, and that's going to be a good thing. But yeah, from a gaming standpoint, gaming's not going to benefit much from it. Tariffs are paid by the importer. Yes. And on the flip side of that, they can increase prices to make that up. No corporation, no business, especially a publicly owned one, is ever going to be so noble as to take profit cuts. I have seen all the talk from both sides of this, and the data on both sides is relevant. There have been great things that have happened with US tariffs in the past. It's not all bad, but it has caused some, but it has also caused some problems before as well. The new jobs don't pay that swell. You ain't getting no manufacturing gig making 30 plus. That depends on the manufacturing gig. It truly does. And you may not be standing in a machine for $30 an hour. But this was 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I know special equipment operators, like heavy lifts, heavy mobile lifts, at an iron pipe factory that made iron sewer pipe. These heavy lifts were made to carry multiple bundles of heavy iron pipe. These things had 10-foot tires on them and forks that could go all the way through my living room. The operators of those were making more than $30 an hour, and they were doing it 15 years ago. if you are a specialist, even in production or construction, you can make $30 an hour. But they are specialist positions. Oh, hey, my kids are home. Hello, children.
Hello. So
You're running a prank.
yeah, it's
Ha 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 ha. Okay, I think we probably need to talk about this before we
But I will not forge our terms signature.
behold the great sea.
all right, I'll take a look in a minute.
Alistair. Ariana blamed the hair and the slime on the
Wait,
wing.
you brought it back?
Hold on, I'm getting behind on chat here.
Wait. Oh.
Will people's salaries get raised to compensate for the price boom? No, probably not. Their degrees to do more specialized work. They ship that manufacturing work out overseas for pennies on the dollar. It's the most neutral thing I can say. It is a bold move. It's a prank, bro. Nintendo has delayed Switch 2 American release, and who knows what it'll be. No, it has not delayed the release. It has delayed pre-orders. Yeah. Look, other countries have tariffs on the US. And the US has raised tariffs at other points in its history. And it has worked generally to directly or indirectly or by proxy stimulate our economy to fix itself. And right now we kind of need that boost. Now, I'm not saying the tariffs are the reason, are directly responsible for fixing the US economy. What I am saying is that they have in the past served as a catalyst to make US citizens make better financial decisions and spend their money more appropriately, which leads to lower prices. Now, can we make that same better judgment call this time? I don't know. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, he's right next to me. Okay. I understand, Charles. A lot of things are being said and done that don't make sense right now.
It's more fun.
And it doesn't make sense because it hasn't been done in memorable history.
also found out my hair fell out. Look at the back. It's a bald spot. It's not.
Is this... No, this is just missiles. This is just a missile. I was hoping it was a save. The launch is still likely June 5th, but we ain't getting no pre-orders in until they can officially announce the price, which they won't do until the market can stabilize, but it can't cause there might be, might not be, might be delayed, who knows. Oh, the market tanks on a single tweet from a blue check mark on a will he, won't he tweet, which was claimed to be fake news. I see what you're saying.
Father.
Making your in-house importers pay more money to acquire materials and goods from foreign countries means prices will go down. No. Making foreign companies... Okay, historically what it has done is cause people to produce in the US, but we don't need resources from other countries. We have the resources here. We have all kinds of resources here. We don't have to import the basics for a lot of this from other places. We've got them right here. So if they build manufacturing here, we get new jobs here, and they don't have to import a finished product to here. And yes, that does make prices go down. Here's the thing. We're probably not gonna... This has not happened in ever. But what we may see, and this is hopeful and optimistic, what we may see is the first time in the United States that the federal minimum wage decreases. If we see some deflation of the dollar, and if people can pay less, they will. And if they're still making money,
deflation,
it gives them an opportunity to lower prices at a point at which, if you lower it enough, you'll lose a little per unit, but you may get more sales. Again, like I said, very optimistic.
I think he fell.
But as far as I can gather from all the roundabout talking, that seems to be everyone's hope. Hi, Beam. Hi, Beam. Hi, Beam. I don't really read Twitter anymore. It's chaos. That's true. Kind of always was. There was a paid blue check mark claiming they were pausing the tariffs. The markets and news ran on that. Yeah. And the market shifted like 2 trillion to the positive on that reaction. Then the White House within 30 minutes verified that was false, which brought the numbers back to tanking, all within the span of 30 minutes today. That was today. I haven't seen it yet. I have been waking up late, getting my wife to work, and feeding a baby. So why the US don't make Nintendos? That's a good question. I don't know. Because this is the biggest market when it comes to gaming. I don't know why we don't produce here. That is the big question. And a very valid one. $8 or 10 a.m. Okay. I'll have to read up on that. Because I am not up to speed on today's news. On events of today, rather, I should say. Because they can't get the little fingies over here to work for $6 an hour. But the thing is now hold on. How many of these consoles are being put together by hand? Truly. Since my boys are home, that's a good save. That's a good place to save for today. Okay. How many individual pieces aren't? Well, see, I can't argue that Asian labor is much cheaper than American labor. If you make the position, see, $6 an hour used to be, when I first started working, $5.25 was the minimum wage. Hands touch it during some process. Yes, that's true. You think they get sophisticated machines assembling those units in Vietnam? No, maybe not. I'm not saying the whole thing is 100% machine assembled. It's not only consoles, it's everything else. Oil derivatives, food products, textiles, minerals. Why didn't the U.S. make all of that stuff in-house? Why do they have to make trading? Well, we do textiles here. We mine minerals here. Oil, we have plenty. The thing is we dig it up out of the ground and then we ship it somewhere else to have it put together, and then we bring it back. Food products, we do a lot here. Now we get our avocados from Mexico. We trade because we want to. We trade because in a lot of cases it's cheaper to pull up the raw materials, have it made somewhere else, and sent back. But we're not the only country that does that. We are the biggest country that does that. Stuff was all cheaper to do so this way. Yeah, that's it. Shipping it off for assembly because folks didn't want to be doing the assembly plant process over here. Well, it's not that necessary. You're implying that Americans don't want to do hard work, and that's not true. There are plenty of Americans that will do those jobs. There are plenty of Americans that do shitty fucking jobs, and they do it for a shitty fucking wage. But right now in the state of Virginia, the minimum wage is either $11 or $12 an hour. Okay? So literally companies in this state can't pay less than that. if they're a manufacturing company, they're going to ship it to another country because they can pay someone less than minimum wage in the US. Minimum wage is too high. There, I said it. Half the problem is we're paying too much for labor. I used to do security. I got paid $15 an hour to walk around
And get called out for wearing a banana
a building at night. Nothing going on, nothing happening, nothing was ever gonna happen. It was a lock factory. Who's gonna break into a fucking lock factory? But they couldn't pay me less than that. I looked at that job, and I'm going to tell you, in all honesty, I got paid almost 3 times more than I should have for that job because the government said they had to pay me that much. It wasn't worth it. So you say that the mic, the chair, the headset, the PC parts you made to stream, you bought them, eventually imported because you wanted... Huh? Oh. Stuff was all cheaper to do, so this way. Shipping it out for simply blah, blah, blah. Okay. So the mic, the chair, the headset, the PC parts... You bought them, eventually imported from Asia because I wanted what? Sorry, Charles. Why didn't I go to an American manufacturer? Okay. So I'm very interested in security. If the minimum wage went down and inflation went up, who would afford anything? There's a point where this breaks. There is a point where human beings have to choose survival, and we're not there. We're nowhere near there. It is evident in our low-income neighborhoods in this country. People who are dead set on purchasing what they cannot afford to make themselves look rich. And they're not. But it's not their money either, because it's subsidy, it's welfare, it's... When you've got that kind of thing going on, we're not anywhere close to that yet. When we get to a point where humans have to choose survival over luxury, these companies will have nothing. They aren't going to have a choice to keep charging what they charge. But it is going to get worse, and it is going to get worse, and it is going to get worse until it happens. So what you guys are arguing is that what this is going to do is not going to make things better. I could look at you with a straight face and I could say, you're probably right. But I'm looking at it from the standpoint that we have tailored the instrument of our own demise at this point, and it's going to keep getting worse and worse, and we're just going to have to live with it. So if you want the luxury of a Switch 2, you're going to find a way to get it one way or the other. You're going to work for it. You're going to get it gifted. Or you're going to go into survival mode, nobleman, and you're going to stay I can't afford it. I would rather eat. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're smart for that. And you're probably going to last longer than some other people for it. Late stage capitalism, that's it. It's gonna break. And what we're doing, then it's the haves and the have-nots. It's already the haves and have-nots. There's some guy out there having a midlife crisis right now who's gonna go, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a 150-foot yacht. Okay? My midlife crisis is, fuck it, I'm gonna get an extra large pizza instead of a large pizza. Okay? Fuck it. I'm gonna get the $5.99 appetizer because I'm a little more hungry. That's my midlife crisis. Okay, there's already haves and have-nots. But you know what I do have? Boys! All of you, come here.
Just because you can cook it.
Pick that dog up. Come on. I'm on camera, and people are waiting to hear what I have to say. Hurry up. Y'all are nuts.
I have a pussy.
Everybody go over there. This is what I got. And there's more. There's another one back there. And there's two more who didn't listen because they're teenagers. So they're not here.
Got one right here. Got one right here.
And this one. And this one too. Okay? See, this is what I have. So
Lard.
I don't really need to explain that very much more. I got a house full too. See, yeah, the dollar's going down the toilet. Yeah, these tariffs, they may cause problems. Yeah,
Well, am I relevant anymore?
yeah, you're perfectly relevant.
No, apparently you needed us.
Yeah, come here. Come here.
Can you not?
Come here. This is the only person in the house with hair that does not have dyed hair right now, and yet he was the first one to do so.
Okay.
Go dye your hair something funky.
No, Diane asked me the same thing. She was like, so why didn't you want to dye your hair? I was at the movies.
Alex, you're dye your
Watching
Lyle just redid her hair, and it is a full-on, like, neon rainbow, and it is
My hair fell out.
awesome. Yeah, we can't do his yet. I'm not going to put... We can't do his yet. He's still a little too young.
Y'all.
But when he can start saying colors, and he sees what his brothers do, if he asks to dye his hair, we'll dye his hair. You know. No tattoos till you're 18, though. Unfortunately.
No ear piercings into your.
There you go.
Minecraft movie is not bad.
I used to dye my beard. The thing is when you get bleach here and here, it's so hard to breathe. It's not worth it. Who was it who recommended putting straws in my nose and breathing through the straws? That was a good idea. I feel it would be about 20 minutes of extreme discomfort. I guess it's a different kind of discomfort. It's already extremely uncomfortable with all that ammonia just like right here. It's like sticking your face in a fucking cat box. I should dye mine, but not because I want a special color. I just want less white and gray. Just get rid of it. If you don't like white and gray, just get rid of it. You know what I say? I say you earned it. You earned it. See, you guys can't tell. Like, really? There's a couple. Like, you can kind of see this one right here. There's a couple in there. The top is fine. I don't want to be rid of my beard. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. I earned these. I earned the gray and the white. It comes to me honestly and naturally for, yeah, it's your fault. Can go cue ball like you got on top. Yeah. See, I still have some there, but for the most part, it has gone, and I don't want to deal with patches. So I just get rid of all of it. Some of it was unearned. It was delivered to me. The ones that weren't children, I definitely gave to myself by worrying too much about shit that doesn't matter. My crown escaped to literally everywhere but the crown of my head. Fair enough. Okay, so Charles asked, why didn't I go to an American manufacturer? Let me see. American made microphones. Microphones made in the USA. Let's see. Vanguard, United Studio, Tea Garden. Product price, $1,034.82. $499. $1,199. AEA ribbon. $2,699. What is this? Handheld microphone. Let's see. High output microphone. $5,149. Oh, look, here's a streaming microphone. Earthworks Icon USB streaming microphone, stainless steel. Studio quality USB condenser microphone with cardioid polar pattern, triad orbit base, integrated pop filter, and interchangeable USB-A and USB-C cable. Yes, it's in stock. List price $299, product price $299. That one's pretty reasonable. But you know what? What is that company that makes that crazy colorful? Is it X? What is it? X something?
Why is it colorful?
HyperX. HyperX is the one that makes the... Okay, so the HyperX Quadcast, which is pretty popular, is still $119. That's more than I'm willing to spend on a microphone. Who makes HyperX? HyperX is Hewlett Packard. Hewlett Packard is headquartered in Palo Alto, California. It's an American company. Let's see. Trying to find a parent company. No, it is an American company. Oh, no, it's owned by Berkshire Hathaway. There it is. Grado, made in USA. Skull Candy. Skull Candy's good. Skull Candy's not too expensive. J Labs, also not too expensive. Is that, but the majority of products are assembled in China. Yes. The reason why is because manufacturing is cheaper over there. But with higher import costs, it will get easier to match the price by producing it here. Assuming they do. Now, some people may just raise their prices and keep producing elsewhere. Who knows? I don't know. America's hated, America's loved, America is, like, honestly, I'm kind of fucking tired of everybody having two opinions on the United States. You either love us or you hate us. Which is it? Because if we do one thing, we're wrong. If we do something else, we're wrong. Give aid to Ukraine. Why are you doing that? Don't give aid to Ukraine. You can't do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In other news, I have to go to the DMV tomorrow. I have to get my state ID renewed. All right. Well, hopefully that goes well for you. I hope you don't spend too long at the DMV. That's a nice here in Virginia. Here in Virginia, during COVID, during the major part of the COVID pandemic, they did by appointment only at the DMV. You had to schedule it, and it was honestly, it wasn't that huge of a wait time. Like anything you have to do at the DMV can wait. You know, you've got a little bit of time when you know you have to do something. You know when your license renews. You know when your tags renew. You know when there's nothing really you have to do at the DMV. Like it's got to be done right now. So the wait time was about 3 weeks. You'd make an appointment. You would go in. You got to the DMV. You told them who you were and your appointment time and what you were there for, and you sat there for maybe 2 minutes. And then they would get right to you. And you were in and out of the DMV in 15 minutes. Okay? And it was smooth. It was really smooth. They didn't only have 2 lanes open, they had like 7 lanes open. And there were only 1 or 2 people waiting in the chairs at any given time. And they were, like way apart from each other. But they only waited for like 1, 2, 3 minutes before the appointment before them was done, and they left and they were ready to go. Like it was so smooth. And I said, are you going to continue to do this once this is over? Because this is running so much more smoothly, so much better than it did before. And she said, I think we probably are. Now, the Virginia DMV, you can do pretty much anything online and it'll get mailed to you if you have any paperwork or anything, like 2 days. So I haven't been into the DMV, like the actual office, in 4 years. So I don't know if it's changed now, if it's gone back, if it's done it. But I hope your DMV runs that smoothly. This is why I avoid the political stuff altogether. I'm just a dad that plays Fortnite and retro games. That's fair enough. I totally get it. It is. I like it. I like thinking about it, and maybe that's why I'm getting some of these gray hairs. I enjoy the political discussion. I like the religious topics. I think it's interesting content, and so many people try to push it away, but if you can keep it civil and people are making educated, points on both sides, you can have a really good discussion. So I don't mind it. I like it in here. I just follow YouTube drama. Fair enough. YouTube drama is fun. You're right. Tariffs are a bold move. Switch to at 450 USD is for politics. You think so? It's true. Reckon if my format was talk show, I'd be more keen on it. Okay, yeah, I get that. I understand. I don't want to take away from a Metroid Prime playthrough, though. Oh, so you think I should just play the fucking game and shut the hell up? I got you. Hey, can I finish this up, please?
Yeah.
You can play in a minute. No, I know you never said that. You don't have to. I know. No, I get it. I understand. I'd probably play better if I did shut up and just stop talking, but I wasn't wanting to derail or nothing. No, you're fine. I'm all about tangenting. I love tangents. I get off on them all the time. And sometimes I have to have you guys bring me back. Some folks do get bent out of shape about it. I'm here because I like gaming, but I also enjoy the socialization of just... I didn't know, honestly, you know what? We're not going to do this. Let's put a pin in this, and when we come back on Wednesday, let's start... I'm going to be running people off with this one. Let's start with why I love streaming on Wednesday. Does that sound good with you guys? Let's do a just chat on Wednesday for a little while at the beginning. And I want to tell you guys an important... You suck, Charles. Oh, I love you, man. Guys, if you're not following Charles BZ, go give him a follow. Charles is a dear friend and one of the nicest and just most fun people that I hang out with here on Twitch. Go over, say hi, give him a follow. Do it before they go live. We'll bring it in duty free just this once. Next time it'll have tariff applied. I think we still make push pins in house. I'm pretty sure we still do a lot of push pins, thumbtacks. I don't know, maybe not. That does seem like a Chinese thing. We'll do a why I enjoy streaming and the things that I didn't know what I was going to enjoy about it. And there are a lot of things I still don't know how to do this. Very few things in Dollar Tree are made here. No, I know there are a couple little tags here and there that say made in the USA. Very, very few. Yeah, there's a couple things, but you're right. For the most part, it's imported. I've always said if you ran a wire from the United States to every trade agreement, to every military alliance, to every friendship and diplomatic agreement we have, there are so many strands that when you talk about the United States falling, it can't, because it is held up. Every little piece of it is held up by some type of agreement. Yeah. A dangerous thing to say, I know. There is no way the entire world is suddenly going to go fuck the US and pull everything. It's not going to happen. Things are going to get worse. Things are bad. Things may get better. It's a roller coaster. It always has been. Is it going to be inconvenient? You know, we're still talking about the Switch 2 here. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, it's going to be Med for President 2028. Hey, you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth shut for my wife, because I am not going to lie to you, Charles. Discussions have been had in this house. I am relatively well educated, a lot of which I have put a lot of work in of my own volunteership. I have spoken to my wife before about the possibility of putting in the paperwork for public office. Now, which public office I won't say, but it has been discussed for me to get into a political arena. And for her sake and for my kids' sake, I feel that I am a better husband and father here at home, ranting at the camera and into the microphone the way I have been these past 4 years, than actually taking any major steps in that direction. But discussions have been had. I am simply going to say that, and we'll leave it there. For now, we're going to go over and say hi to somebody. I don't know who we're going to go talk to, but we're going to go say hi to somebody. Let's see. I would raid you, but you're German. I would raid you, but you're French. I would raid you, but you're not playing Metroid Prime. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Here we go. Someone is playing Metroid Prime, and it is their birthday. Cozy, chill stream, 18 plus, no backseating, no spoilers. So this must be a first playthrough. Let's do it. Dark Shadow Rage. Don't know who they are, never heard of them. We're going to go over and say hi and wish them a happy birthday. And watch some more Metroid Prime. There is a raid message for you guys. Copy that. Paste it when we get over there. Let them know that the alien invasion is coming in hot. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Rudy, for your raid today. We're going to keep the party going and pay it forward to Dark Shadow Rage. I'm sure that they are fantastic and inviting and a wonderful person. Who knows? Maybe you'll find your new favorite streamer. Oh, they're a VTuber. Cool. I like it. Let's do it. Guys, we'll be back on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, y'all stay frosty and happy invading aliens.